Amber, tell us about the progress last week. Got a good win on the road and then played really well against Tennessee Tech. Do you feel it was significant?
Yeah, I think we did make progress last week. We have been getting better slowly, not as fast as we would like, but Tennessee Tech is one of the better teams in our conference. And we played with them, I would say, for 3.5 quarters, and then they pulled away at the end. And then Jacksonville State also beat them. They're one of the bigger teams in our conference. I think we did show some growth as far as fighting through some adversity in that game where we got down. We didn't quit. We kept playing. So I do think we did show some progress last week.
Coach, and Evelyn, you can jump in as well. This is a team that's been very good defensively all year. I know that there have been moments that a player has gotten loose, but what are some of the defensive principles that you guys pride yourselves on? What are specific things that you all key in on each game to come away with a victory?
Yeah, we are a good defensive team. That's not really our problem as far as winning and losing games. We do try to emphasize in practice staying in front of our man. Obviously, we base it on who we're playing against. Like Tennessee Tech, we tried to shut out Brock, which we did a good job, but then some of the other players stepped up. But we just do basic fundamental principles of what we do, try to get them to take a shot and rebound the ball.
Janika's kind of had struggles early on this year, and this past week she kind of turned it on. What do you think was the difference for her coming into this week?
I think for her, it's more about confidence. There for a while, she wasn't playing as much, so that kind of, as a player, that kind of can, make your confidence less, I guess. But I think, and us, we continue to tell her that how much we believe in her, that we need her, and all this. We know how good she can be, so, as a player sometimes when you get in a little funk, I guess, it's hard to come out of it, but we just got to try to keep telling her that we need her, how good a player she is.
Evelyn, where do you feel like, as a player, you've grown the most in this 21 games? Do you feel like it's been your offensive game, or do you feel like it's been your rebounding? Where have you seen the most improvement?
I think the most improvement is going to be with me just not giving up and just keep trying no matter what. Like even like during the Jacksonville State game, like I wasn't having a good game at all, but I knew my team needed me to win. So whether it was getting rebounds or just making good plays like defensively and whatnot, just doing whatever I could to help the team win. So I think just having that mentality of like no matter what's happening, just try and do your best and do whatever it takes for the team to win.
How do you work through the frustration that comes with saddling a lot of the scoring load? Because obviously you and Macy are a big part of the offense, and both of you guys get harassed quite a bit in games, whether it's down low in the post or up top of the key. How do you handle that mentally, physically? How do you deal with that?
It's just kind of expecting it. Like in the beginning, like of the season, I wasn't expecting it or like used to it. But as the games go, you learn more and you get to know yourself more and what you have to do to counteract whatever the defense throws at you. So I think it just, as the season's gone on, just like kind of expecting it and knowing how to stay mentally strong and like play ahead, like know what the defense is gonna do, and then kind of like think a step ahead of them. So if I see like a double coming, just look for the next pass or wherever my next team is open. So I think it's just being ready and staying prepared and just stay mentally strong. I was saying before, just fighting through and doing whatever it takes for the team to win.
Are you surprised that defenses have given you a lot of attention this year?
No, I guess not.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Coming into this week now, you guys take on EIU and then an SIUE team you guys have seen before. What's your kind of game plan coming into this week?
Well, they obviously both beat us up there, so it's not that they're better than us, it's just they were, I guess, SIUE, that I wasn't there, so I watched it, but we just weren't ready to play. EIU game, they run a dribble drive offense, pretty much play 4 guards, and we kind of had a difficult time staying in front of them. I think they scored 75 points on us, which is, more than we give up usually. But I think we're a better team than them. We just have to be ready. Everybody has to be ready to step up. And, and we had 23 turnovers against them, which is way too many. And that obviously has been our Achilles heel this year. turn the ball over. You saw that last week. We've got to find a way to stop doing that. You know, if we do that, you know, and people are consistent and step up offensively, we'll be fine.
You talk about the turnovers. I know that it's something that we've talked about with coach and the players, and I'm sure, yeah, the look on your face says it all, and I get that. But what are some of the things that you guys do, maybe just not in the game, you guys are trying to limit it? I mean, I know you guys have a lot of pressure in practice.
Yeah, I mean, see, I know it's hard to simulate that in our practices. Now, we are trying to bring in guys to try to help with that, but it is very hard to simulate that. Now, we do try sometimes. I mean, we say you're going to run for every turnover you have, you know. But that's kind of hard to do, too. It's just very hard to simulate pressure of other teams. Now, a lot of times we will turn the ball over for no reason. I mean, there's no pressure. It's just, I would say, lack of focus, I guess, and not being fully engaged. You know, when you step out of bounds, that's not really forced. I mean, you're not engaged in what you're doing. So we just have to keep that in, and we talk about it all the time, you know. Hopefully it'll click sooner rather than later.